posted a video yesterday, and I want to talk about it. Okay. It is not going to get you guys anywhere blaming men for why you're single. Now, don't get me wrong. I do want to say I understand that some of y'all have been hurt. I have been hurt too. I understand that there are men who are not good guys, that fake it, that act like they men of God and aren't. I get everything that women say, and most of it is true. Like, there are people that cheat, there are people that lie, there are people that deceive. I get all that. Let me just say this though. The only thing you can control is yourself. I want you guys to get to a space where you think so highly of yourself, in a good way, not an egotistical way, that you love yourself, that you understand that you're God's daughter, that you do not even really come into a vicinity of those type of men, or if you do, because sometimes you can't help what you attract, that you can spot it and get them out of your life ASAP. I think too often, because we're not equipped, because we don't have the skills, because we don't know, we allow people into our lives. And sometimes we do know. Let's keep it a buck. Sometimes we do know exactly that this man ain't right, or this man ain't giving us enough attention, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes we do know, and we play ourselves because we listen to our feelings over our heads, right? We all make mistakes. We all fall short. We done all been there, right? But sometimes we'll look at the person and the actions of that person versus ourselves. Sometimes we don't look at, how did I not see that sign? Why did I allow that? Why am I being bamboozled? Why am I being tricked? And it's not to victim blame or blame yourself, but until you do that self-assessment, you will never get different results. And I'm not trying to eliminate the process that the part that the men play, right? The men play a part, but we have to do a better job of deciphering who we allow in. We have to do a better job of assessing, okay, before I start liking you, do you pass the assessment? I want us to start looking at ourselves in a different light. Sometimes we see value in things more than we do ourselves. I'll just give you a perfect example, right? If you want $1 million home, or you want a nice home, or you want a home, period, a real estate agent is going to screen you first. They're not going to just start working with you. I mean, some will, but most of the time, real estate agents will not even show you houses until you are pre-approved, right? Most of the time, if you go to a car dealership, you cannot go look at a car too much or too long, or waste a salesperson time if he don't sit down with you and ask you a few questions about, do you even qualify? Or he's trying to find out what your financial situation is before he wastes too much time, showing you cars and taking you on test drives. Hey, thank you guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? We don't do that with men. We don't say, before I like you, before I give you too much energy, before I give you too much time, why are you here? Like, what are your intentions? Why are you dating? Maybe not even your intentions with you, because if you are a good looking woman, a man gonna want to sleep with you. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I think that we think that that's something to achieve. Most of the time, if you look like something, the man is gonna want to get a little taste. It is up to you to say, wait, hold on. I don't just give away tastes. I don't just give it out for free. Wait a minute, hold on. It's up to us to set that boundary and set that barrier. There are going to be scumbags that we're going to come across. There are going to be people that mean you harm, and men and women. It could be friendships and in relationships. But here's the thing. The only thing you can control is access to somebody. The only thing you can control is, let me see, let me screen, let me vet them to make sure that they're even should be allowed into my space. But because we don't do that, or we didn't know to do that, then we just blame them. And let me just tell you, if you just blame people for your life, you're never going to get better. Whether it be school, work, or whatever. Like, if you go to work, right, and say your team failed, or you failed a project, or you didn't execute something, or whatever the case may be, and Rhonda on your team could have played a huge role, right? She could have played a huge role on why your team failed. But I'm going to tell you what, if you go into your boss's office, excuse me, can you move out the way? If you go into your boss's office and all he hears is what Rhonda did, if you go in there talking about some Rhonda did this and Rhonda did that and it's Rhonda's fault, and you take zero accountability as a teammate, guess what your boss is going to do? Your boss is going to look at you and be like, oh, so you have no self-development that you could have done. There's nothing, no parts that you could play. There's no accountability, right? They're going, and I'm going to get into y'all's comments, but I'm driving and I got to be safe. Like, I got a baby to get back to. If we shift blame on outside forces and not look at ourselves and say, well, what could I have done different? Not to say it was your fault. You can't make nobody cheat on you, okay? You can't make nobody do you dirty, but you can allow them to continue to do you dirty. You can see, okay, wait a minute. I got a pattern of cheaters. I got a pattern of liars. I got a pattern of narcissists. What am I doing to attract these type of people? Because let's keep it being. None of them know each other. None of them know each other. They're meeting you. So you are the common denominator, right? And sometimes we don't know what we don't know. So I'm not trying to bash you over the head and be like, it's your fault, it's your fault. No. That's not what I'm saying. But what I do want us to do is do some self-assessment and look in. Because until I did that, let me tell y'all, face card ain't never declined. I'm gonna be honest, okay? I've been cute for a very long time. However, that does not mean anything if your self-esteem isn't high, if you're not attracting people with good intentions, or if you are reeking low self, which I had at one point. You're only going to attract a certain type of man that's going to see you, because men are very observant. They know a woman with low self-esteem. They know when a woman isn't sure of herself. They know when a woman doesn't have strict boundaries and standards outside of how much does a date cost, like real standards for yourself. Like, no, I don't date men who don't want to get married. No, I don't date men outside of my religion. No, I don't. Like, strict on standards and boundaries, right? Men can spot that a mile away. So getting a man for some of y'all is not the problem. It's the quality of men. And you are the pinpoint to that. You could be beautiful and still have crappy experiences with men. And I want you to understand that it is way more about your confidence and how you carry yourself and how you think about men that get you the experiences. Now, let me say this. I can respect people's I guess interactions with men. There is a such thing as pretty privilege, but I'm here to tell you, confidence, I've seen confidence carry women way more than pretty privilege. I see high standards and values and how they think about themselves carry them in a relationship and how they get treated way more. And here's the thing too, ladies, do not equate your value to how many people look at you. Men will look at anything. Men will look at anything, baby. They look at scrippers, they look at corn stars, they look at OF models all day long. They look at women with their booty. Getting a man's attention is not the same as getting his intention. I'd rather you have one solid God-fearing man's intention for you and wanting to be with you and stand with you and honor you and love you versus having 500 men think that you're beautiful. Who cares? You only get one husband. And this reprogramming of everybody needs to see me this way. A million people could think that you're beautiful. It's only going to be a few that think that you're wife material or that want to marry you. I'm going to be honest. Every man, I don't care how good you are. I don't care how God-fearing you are. I don't care if you could bake a chicken to high heaven and clean a house from top to bottom. That don't matter. Every man is not going to see you as a valuable wife, even if you carry yourself that way. It is your job to weed out the people who mean you no good. It is your responsibility to be like, you know what? I'm only going to give my time and my attention and my adoration and my love to men who value me. That is your job. Nobody's going to do that for you. So if we don't put in the barriers to entry, right? If we don't do the screening process, if it's easier to get a house, it's easier to get to you than it is to get a house and a car, we got some work to do. And it's not a bashing, you're horrible, you're never, this is easy work. You can fix this. Now, it's simple. And it is easy. When you decide that this is what I'm going to do, when you decide not to sit in the victim chair, I'm telling you, you're not a victim, you're a victor. Yes, you've been hurt. Yes, people have played in your face. Yes, you've given the wrong men attention. And yes, you had a relationship that lasted so long and he didn't marry. Cool. All of that is in the past. You have to forgive yourself. You have to forgive them and move forward. You can only control you. Now you bring God into it. You ask God, what are some areas of my life that I can do better in? What's up? Hey, how you doing? Right. Hello, come on, Joe. He said wanting to sleep with a woman and wanting to marry a woman are two different things. The challenge is most people walk into relationships, they are empty inside. Exactly. I'm here to tell you what, marriage ain't gonna change how you feel about yourself. If you have low self-esteem before marriage, you're gonna have low self-esteem in marriage, and it might be worse. Okay? Marriage does not heal you. You still have to do the work. Y'all, please, ladies and gentlemen, do not skip doing the work you need to do on yourself, to love yourself, to honor yourself, to have high self-esteem, to move how you're supposed to move. Do not think that you are exempt once you get married. You still got stuff to do. And here's the thing, it's not impossible. It's stuff that you should want to do. You should want to pour into yourself. You should want to love on yourself. You should want to treat and take care of yourself and honor yourself and be the best self that you can be for you, your husband, your family, for everybody. Because when you're good, everybody else is good. Right? If I did not take care of myself, if I did not pour into myself, if I did not love on myself, I could not show up for y'all. I could not have the capacity to pour out, to mentor, to help other women get married and raise their self-esteem. That's why I take breaks. I can't pour from an empty cup. You know what I mean? So I am saying this with so much love and compassion in my heart for y'all. I want so much better for my ladies. But if y'all sit around here and just blame men, and y'all blaming and y'all talking about men y'all don't want. We are not focused on men that we don't want. Do not focus on men you don't want. All the men cheat. You don't want them. Stop focusing on them, because whatever you focus on is going to grow. If you focusing on, I ain't got no money, I'm broke, and you're not focused on, okay, I ain't got no money right now, how can I make some more money, or how can I change my financial circumstances? If you're focusing on the problem and not the solution, baby, the problem ain't going nowhere. I'm here to tell you what I know. This is how the world is. It doesn't matter if you're talking about relationships. It doesn't matter in what arena you're talking about. You're talking about your health. If you only focus on the negative and you don't say, okay, what can I do? How can I be better? How can I, what can I do that's going to switch stuff up? What healthy foods can I eat? What exercises can I do? Okay, I can't go to the gym, but what can I do? Can I pop on a YouTube video? Okay? I got white girl hair. Who gonna tell her? Who gonna tell him? Y'all be loud and wrong. But anyways, I say all this to say I love you guys. I want better for my girls. Y'all can do it. It takes intentional effort. Do not be a victim to your past and your circumstances. Do not sit there and blame men and miss the work and miss out on an opportunity for being with a really great dude. If I would have sat there in a victim seat crying and complaining about what men were doing and I did not focus on myself, I did not better myself, I would not be married right now, y'all. I promise you I wouldn't be married, because I would have still been in a mindset of, oh, it's the men, and I wouldn't have worked on myself. I wouldn't have boosted my self-esteem. I wouldn't have thought highly of myself. I wouldn't have poured into myself. I wouldn't have taken care of myself. You have to put in the work on you. A man is not going to change nothing about you. Okay? He either gonna highlight what's there or play you in your face. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say it again. Putting a higher price tag on yourself and your experience is not the same thing. Boosting your self-esteem is not saying, well, I don't go to coffee dates, I only go to lobster dinners. That's not the same thing. He gotta pay me for my time is not the same thing. Having high self-esteem and having high guards and having high standards and boundaries for yourself and being strict about that is not the same thing as slapping a price tag on you, okay? Just wanted to make that clear, because sometimes the girls get that confused. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day. My one-on-ones are open. Some of you guys have been asking about my one-on-ones. They're open. Go click the link in my bio for go on my Stan store and get you a spot. They fill up quick, okay? It's only a couple, because I ain't got a whole lot of time. And there's other stuff coming soon. Go ahead and click the link. Check it out. There's a free gift for y'all there too. I love you guys, and I hope you guys it's not the same. You better let them know. It's not the same. What is this, gold digger school? No, this is God digging school. Jesus, you know how they be talking about sprinkle, Jesus. I'm trying to get the girlies married, okay? I'm trying to get the girlies full of the Holy Spirit and self-love and care about themselves. Don't be over here projecting, sir. Don't project. No. I love you guys. Hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day, and I will see you. Y'all need Jesus. Bye. Bye.